Wilson was just a 13-year-old boy, innocent, quiet, and ordinary, until the day he found her. A doll with glassy blue eyes, a wide, unsettling smile, and soft golden fur. She looked harmless, almost cute, but Wilson had no idea. This doll carried a curse that would soon turn his life into a nightmare. One afternoon, Wilson and his mother visited a second-hand sale at a huge house nearby. That's where he saw the doll. He begged his mother to buy it, believing his friends would find it cool. She agreed. That night, Wilson placed the doll on his shelf, but every time he looked up from his homework, it felt like the doll was smiling at him, calling him closer. Moments later, a heavy metal trophy fell from the top shelf, landing exactly where Wilson had been sitting just seconds earlier. If he hadn't moved, it would have crushed his skull. Wilson laughed it off nervously, but that was only the beginning. Over the next few days, strange things kept happening. Lights flickered, glass cracked by itself, and objects fell without reason. And with each passing night, the doll's smile grew wider. Wilson confided in his father, who dismissed it as childish imagination. To comfort him, his father took the doll away, promising to throw it in a junkyard the next day. But that night, Wilson woke up to a loud crash, followed by his father's scream. Rushing downstairs, Wilson froze. The doll was lying right next to his face, grinning. His father had fallen down the stairs, severely injured. Terrified, Wilson begged his mother to throw the doll away. She tossed it in the outside bin, and Wilson felt relieved until the very next night when he saw the doll calmly rocking on a chair in their living room. Its glassy eyes moved and stared directly at him. The truth revealed. Desperate for answers, Wilson returned to the house where he first found the doll, but the place was empty. The guard outside whispered the truth. That doll was brought from a toy shop in China. Ever since it entered the family, misfortune followed. Illness, madness, poverty, until the family finally abandoned the house and the doll. Wilson realized it was cursed. He tried destroying it, tearing it apart and burning it, but every time the doll returned, laughing, mocking him. One morning, Wilson woke covered in bite marks, as if something had gnawed on his flesh in the night. The exorcism. His terrified parents called a priest. The priest immediately recognized the evil presence within the doll. He sealed it inside an iron box and buried it deep in the ground. For the first time, Wilson felt safe. But the very next morning, the priest died in a sudden road accident. That was the last sign Wilson needed. His family fled the city forever. And though the doll never returned, Wilson still dreams of it standing in the dark, smiling with those glassy blue eyes. So tell me, do you believe Wilson's doll was truly haunted? Or was it just a cursed object that demanded lives? Either way, if you ever see a doll smiling at you in the dark, remember this story. Because not every toy is meant to be played with.